Hey everyone, it's Byron again. I'm here to testify for Jesus Christ. Tonight I'm going to cover a dream I had on May the 20th, 2025. And the dream was relatively short, but I believe it tied in some things the Lord had shown me earlier, which may make a lot of sense to folks and kind of explain some things. In this particular dream, I was a father to a toddler girl, and she was running and not being respectful to others nor adults. So I got up, went over there to her, and as soon as she saw that I was there close to her and meaning business, she cowered down some and straightened up and acted right. And that was pretty much the end of the dream. Now, prior to this dream, I've looked into some things about what may have gone wrong or what could have been contributing to a lot of the U.S. problem. And one of the things I found was fatherlessness rates, or people being born into single parent homes. The rates were extremely high, and the problems of those children that are raised in that single parent home, especially those raised in a fatherless home, they have a lot of problems with the law, a lot of problems with being incarcerated and things like that. So we're at a point in the United States now where law enforcement is not staffed properly. A big portion of the reason that law enforcement is not staffed properly is people's lack of respect for the law and desire to make the law enforcement officers have such a hard time because of certain events. So ultimately, this is going to lead to military units being used in lieu of law enforcement or to enforce certain things in the general population. What I find extremely interesting is that God's prescribed order is that a husband and wife would come together in a marriage. The two shall become one, and that would be the building block of a nation, a society, or whatever. But in my lifetime, some things have occurred that basically would work very hard against marriages. One is just making divorce easier. Two is they had some laws passed in the 1960s. I was born in 63, the end of 63, almost like 3 days before 64. But there were some laws passed that pretty much they funded single parent homes and encouraged, and not openly, but basically encouraged or discouraged there being fathers in the home because a household would not qualify for the government benefits if the father was there. To a certain degree, I want to say, honestly, I believe that that was a plan. I believe that that formed the type of generations to come that would lead to the destruction or the demise of the United States. If you compare figures of fatherlessness with worldwide figures, you're going to see the United States leads the world in fatherless homes. So as you're looking around, you're seeing things happen. You see changes coming about. You see, right now we're in the middle of a revolution. I don't know how many people are aware of that or not, but the end is coming for the United States. Hard times are coming, and all this is all this has been building blocks building up to this point. And I think, I'm going to be honest with you, I think the Lord was showing me that if a child is not raised to respect and to act right, that child will be a problem. But not only if you just take that one child, but if you look at the collective issue throughout the United States, you have a major, major, major problem. So I wanted to cover that, get it out there, put it out there for food for thought, and just let people know God is not playing. He has a prescribed order that he wants things to occur in. You can read the Bible and see that, but there's a lot of things that go on in this nation that are not in accordance with how God has prescribed it to be. And we're going to feel the punishment for that. So I always say one hope, Jesus Christ. There is a possibility of a relationship with Jesus Christ that will potentially exceed the relationship that you have seen other people have because of the state of the churches within the United States. So I encourage you to reach out to Jesus Christ, humble yourself, call on his name, allow him to do a work in your life, and don't settle for what other people settle for. Is just, well, let's just go to church and call that a relationship with God. Dude, you can have a relationship with God and it be a part of your life every single day. So I'll let you go. Bye.